Breaking news from Barcelona. Massive updates as the Catalan Giants prepare for a crucial winter period, and it's not just about transfers. While Barca are unlikely to make big January signings, key internal decisions are shaking things up at the Camp Nou. Joan Garcia, Barcelona's most reliable defender this season, is close to signing a new long-term deal until 2030, despite strong PSG interest. Meanwhile, superstar Pedri could return 2 weeks earlier than expected, possibly featuring against Athletic Club after the international break. Plus, England coach Thomas Tuchel praises Marcus Rashford's transformation at Barcelona, saying he deserves his spot in the national team, and goalkeeper Joan Garcia reveals the truth behind Hansi Flick's risky high defensive line. All this and more in today's full Barcelona news update. Let's dive in. Barcelona are unlikely to do much business in January, but leading up to the transfer window, they have in-house situations to resolve. The most pressing involves Joan Garcia, who is out of contract at the end of the season. Eric has arguably been Barcelona's best defender this season, with Hansi Flick having counted on him as a right-back and centre-back. In total, he has made 16 appearances across all competitions, and given his performance levels he will continue to have a lot of prominence for the Catalans until the end of the campaign. At the moment, Joan Garcia's future at Barcelona remains uncertain, as his current contract runs out at the end of the season and Paris Saint-Germain have shown strong interest in signing him. However, reports suggest that Barcelona are confident he will stay. According to Sport, both sides are close to reaching an agreement, with a new long-term deal expected to be finalized before the end of 2025. Barcelona want Eric to sign long-term deal. Ivan de la Peña, Eric's agent, has been in talks with Barcelona sporting director Deco for some time, and in the coming weeks, it is hoped that an agreement is finally reached. The plan would be for him to sign until 2029, with the option of an additional 12 months, which would take him through to 2030. It makes a lot of sense for Barcelona to tie down Eric to a new contract, given his importance to the first team. He has been very dependable this season, which is to his credit as he had barely been counted upon following return to the club after an impressive loan at Girona in the 2023-24 season. Barcelona will certainly be desperate to have Eric's new deal finalized before the end of the year, as this would ensure that PSG have no chance of entering into a pre-contract agreement. But for now there is work still to be done. Barcelona superstar likely to return 2 weeks ahead of schedule, could get minutes versus Athletic Club. In a huge positive for FC Barcelona, star midfielder Pedri could be poised to return from his injury much earlier than anticipated, reports Javi Miguel of AS. The 22-year-old midfield superstar suffered an injury in training after the Clásico defeat to Real Madrid, and the initial prognosis suggested a lengthy spell on the sidelines. Despite there being some optimism, it was believed that the Spanish international's return would likely happen in early December, meaning he would miss key games against Athletic Club, Chelsea, and Atletico Madrid. Pedri's recovery going well. However, as per the report, Pedri's recovery is progressing extremely well, to the point that it is not ruled out that he could feature for a few minutes against Athletic in the first match after the international break. If his return on November 22 is confirmed, the midfield ace would have shortened his recovery by more than 2 weeks, since the initial prognosis set his comeback for early December at best. Despite the encouraging signs, Barcelona prefer to remain cautious and avoid premature optimism, especially after Rafinha's relapse, which occurred just before El Clásico. Even then, the current outlook surrounding Pedri's recovery is very positive. So much so that his presence for the crucial match against Atletico Madrid is now considered certain, and there is even the possibility he could travel to London to face Chelsea before that. There is no doubt that the coming days will be crucial to finalizing the plan for his return. For now, he is handling all his workload without complaint, and his recovery is progressing smoothly. If he continues at this pace, he could rejoin full team training early next week, albeit gradually and without taking any unnecessary risks. National team manager happy with Barcelona forward. He's with us because he deserves it. On loan from Manchester United, Marcus Rashford is showing an excellent level of performance at FC Barcelona, where he has become a regular starter. In fact, he and Joan Garcia are the only BARCA players who have featured in every match so far this season. All 16 games, 12 in La Liga and 4 in the UEFA Champions League. Having endured a difficult last year, the forward has been able to turn things around, leading to him reclaiming his place in the England setup under Thomas Tuchel. England boss happy with Rashford. Speaking ahead of England's game against Serbia, Tuchel acknowledged Rashford's strong form and his commendable spell with Barcelona. The German coach admitted that the level of demand the 28-year-old faces at the Catalan club benefits him during his time with the national team. He needs to prove himself in Barcelona every 3 days, which is good for us. He also needs to prove himself in our training sessions, which is normal and the best thing that can happen to bring out the best in him, the England coach stated. Barcelona hold a €30 million purchase option for Rashford, but his future remains uncertain as the club's sporting management is handling several other matters, although the coaching staff are very satisfied with his performances. Tuchel is not concerned that the international might be distracted by his future during the next World Cup if it has not been settled by then. No, because all that is pure speculation, very theoretical. It's November now. He's in good form. There's still a long way to go. My mind isn't on next summer or the end of the season, said Tuchel. We'll deal with everything when the time comes, and he's fine now. He's competitive, and that's why he's here, and he needs to prove it in the next 2 matches. He's with us in the national team because he deserves it. Source: Marca. Barcelona goalkeeper Joan Garcia has opened up about Hansi Flick's bold high defensive line, a system that's drawn plenty of criticism this season. He admitted that it's a risky strategy, but one that can bring great results when executed properly. Garcia explained that the setup demands total focus and hard work from every player, especially the goalkeeper, because one small mistake or mistimed step can expose the team. Still, he believes that when it's done right, the tactic helps control possession, press opponents higher, and force them into errors. He acknowledged that Barcelona have had some problems with it this season, but insists the team is constantly analyzing and improving to make it more effective. Garcia also shared that Flick asks his goalkeepers to stay alert for balls played behind the defense and to keep things simple in possession, ensuring smooth build-up play. For us goalkeepers, it means being more alert throughout the entire match. It's a risky strategy, we have to acknowledge that. But if it's done well and you work hard, it pays off. You force the opposition to play and think faster. If they play with less space, you force them to make more mistakes and your team has more possession. But you have to train it well because it all comes down to centimeters, he told RAC1. It works, that was clear last year, but this year we have to refine a couple of things. In every match we try to see what went wrong. We try to make the opposition feel uncomfortable, we take away their time, and we prevent them from making passes into space. The coach asks us to help the defensive line as much as possible. But we know that when you do it so many times, statistically speaking, it's possible that sometimes it won't work out. Flick mentioned it to me. The goalkeeper also revealed what Flick asks of him in particular when he's out on the pitch for Barca. Above all, he asks me to be alert to passes behind the defense. With the ball, he asks me to be confident, not to overcomplicate things, and to do my job so the team can play better, he added. Ultimately, with such high-quality players, goalkeepers shouldn't complicate things. It's simply a matter of passing the ball to these players in the best possible conditions. Garcia has been out of action since September due to injury but is expected back after the international break against Athletic Club. And that's all from Barcelona today. Eric Garcia looks set to secure his future at the club until 2030, a huge boost for Flick's defense. Pedri's early comeback could be the spark Barca need for the tough run of fixtures ahead. Rashford's revival continues to impress England boss Tuchel, and Joan Garcia's insight gives fans a new look at Flick's daring tactics. What do you think, Keulers? Should Barcelona give Eric Garcia that new deal? And will Pedri's return change everything for the team? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more daily Barcelona transfer and team news.